So after posting this video over 2.5 years ago, where Rick Rubin discussed recording a new album with the Strokes, we've not had much to go on since. Julian did respond to Rubin's statements at the time, confirming the recordings but also saying to wait a year or two. However, further recent cold water has been poured on any new album by the band's leader. He posted amongst a political Instagram post, which was redacted by a Reddit user and is the only version I can find, as Julian edited the original, which he likes to do. PS also / unrelated, respectfully. There's no Strokes album nearby to talk about here. Sorry, lol. Also, if that's the only reason you follow me, I'd recommend following The Strokes for those type of updates. Thanks. Peace sign. This seemed to leave fans frustrated, and further political posts around the New York City mayoral election via the Strokes account seemed only to antagonise some people further, prompting the frontman to respond. Do you know anything about the band? You think I'm like a session singer, lol. I kinda write the shiz, co-produce etc, art direct all the stuff etc. But I actually didn't post this, funny enough. But I'm just, I don't know, semi-shocked at the oblivious shallowness. Makes me kinda laugh, / sad at the ignorance. Also, this doesn't make music stop. So weird. Anyway, lots of cool people commenting positive stuff too. Shout out to you, thanks. Have you even listened to any words I've said ever? Also, since you don't listen to the words, you can still enjoy the harmony. This is undeniably funny, to be fair. Since you don't listen to the words with a Z, you can still enjoy the harmonies, I guess. P.S. Have someone else's words. The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in times of great moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. Peace sign and a dove, I think. P.P.S. Plenty of fluff musical stuff to enjoy musically, even if someone wants an uncorrupt mayor in their town for one time in their life. P.P.S. again. Strokes played a concert for mayor, so it's relevant, I guess, but yeah, wow. Hand over face emoji. So let's look at the fans' response to this Strokes post about the New York mayoral election and voting for Zoran. Someone says, okay bro, WTF does this have to do with the Strokes? You have to laugh at this comment as well. Is this the right comment section to ask for album news? After Julian's comment that people looking for the new album news should head to the Strokes Instagram. Then yeah, I probably agree with what this person is saying here, Thieves18. Alt-rock has always been political. Anyone upset with this post is following the wrong band. They're allowed to post about what they believe in. Keep posting, guys. Someone else says, please don't mix the great music you guys did with politics. Then Cindy102. This is what artists and influencers should be doing. Thank you for using your platform. Then another opposing one. What are you doing, Jules? You were so cool before. Now you support politics. WTF. Put my 2 pence in because I'm a bit needy like that. But yeah, as I say here, personally I think that if you want a meaningful Strokes, then you've got to embrace the politics. As Julian suggests, plenty of political opinion is featured in the Strokes music. Drag Queen stands out, but I'm sure there's earlier songs that are clearly political. I'll let people help me out with that one in the comments. Maybe the fact that Julian used Soma over this post suggests it's a political song. And then on another similar one, he uses When It Started. So that's another one maybe. Julian also mentions the fact they've played concerts for other political candidates, like Bernie Sanders and Mayor Wiley. This was around the time of releasing their last album, where they looked to be becoming a more conventional band again, playing normal tours in normal venues, etc., until COVID hit. The pandemic seemed to massively derail that idea, and they became a bit of a non-serious festival band again, in my opinion. To me, it felt like Julian had found an effective way of using the Strokes status to help push causes that he was passionate about, in turn making the Strokes a more serious and relevant band again. However, since then he has said himself that the passion and tears he put into the Strokes now goes into the voids. So overall, I think if you want new music from the Strokes, it's best to embrace the politics, because that's where Julian's passion lies. I think allowing him to use the power of the Strokes to promote causes he believes in is the best way of getting the best out of the band. But what do you think? Do you agree, or do you think politics and the Strokes don't mix? Have your say in the comments.